so let's start with it. I know, right? It's the end of the day, sorry. I'm with Coca-Cola, Benny Lee. I'm here to talk about Create Real Magic, a little bit of AI, a little bit of digital. But before I start, I want to ask a question, and I ask the same question every year. So, does anyone know what kind of business we're in? It's fine, there's no right or wrong answers, but yeah, go ahead.
Refreshment?
Close is part of it. Anyone else? No?
Experiences?
Yes, exactly. So, I believe we're in the experience-making business here. And, if you think about it, the simple pleasure of drinking an iced Coca-Cola is very sensorial. The ice clanking, the fizz as you get closer, and that tingling sensation when you drink it is very sensorial, right? And in fact, we're so meticulous about it that we went as far as looking into how our dispensers is and our vessels to which it's drank from. And there's actually a term for that. It's called a perfect serve. We went as far as putting out advertisements in the 1960s to kind of detail out, outlining the ways to put out how to craft a perfect Coca-Cola, perfect serve, like the vessels and the technique. This is true, an advertisement from the 1960s. And you may know us for our physical products, but we're very much about our digital experiences and digital transformation, right? But the biggest question is how do we transform a business where our product has not changed for 130 years? 130 years, let us think again, right? And then still be able to craft the same level of meaningful connection with the consumers. So I want to start with a quote, one of my favorite quotes here. 1 billion hours ago, human life appeared on Earth. 1 billion minutes ago, Christianity emerged. 1 billion seconds ago, the Beatles changed the music. And 1 billion Coca-Colas ago was yesterday morning. It's a little bit outdated because as of today, we probably serve about 2 billion servings every day. And those 2 billion servings come from people connecting with a variety of touch points, from the coolers, the vendors, the vending machines, the packs, merchandisers, dispensers, like the freestyles, or something more future forward, looking like the barista robot there. And these 2 billion servings, there are 2 billion engagements, 2 billion opportunities for us to craft meaningful experiences with our consumers. And I like this way, to put it this way, everything has changed, but nothing has changed at the same time. What that means is our product hasn't changed for over a century, but at the same time, we can change everything around it. We can build experiences around it, and these are experiences that we can build and evolve them as time goes by. So what that also means is that these 2 billion servings equates to 2 billion experiences that we can dedicate to serve the product perfectly. And there are a lot of experiences here that I can go through, but for the sake of time today, we're just gonna stick with experiential, right? It's more relevant for the conference here. So I want to talk about Creations. Creations is an interesting and new platform. It is a brand new platform designed to experiment, to dive deeper into how we collaborate with different types of partners. And I'll go through it in a minute. So it is a platform designed to remix our brand in ways that you've never seen before. It is a way for us to be innovative with our product while staying relevant to the consumers, youth, Gen Z, whatever you call it. And the strategy behind it is very simple. The focus on 2 types of limited edition experiences, the fizz and the drop. The fizz refers to the intrinsic liquid and the flavors that is created by Coca-Cola to be in the market for a very limited time, and that's it. Drop focuses on new partnerships, collaborations with brands, individuals, studios, game studios, or movie studios, you name it. The very first Creations, you probably have seen it some time ago, was called Starlight. And we needed a strong story to kickstart this campaign, this platform. So we needed a concept to appeal our savvy youth market, right? And space is a symbol of escapism and discovery. It has cultural relevancy for everyone. So I resonate with all the youth. And Coca-Cola was actually the first soda beverage to be in space in 1985. You look at the bottom right picture there. I think it was the Space Shuttle Challenger. So, it's very hold true to this. And then we move on to marshmallow, but it's not marshmallow, it tastes watermelon. And then we did Bite, which was a creation inspired by gaming culture. And one of the biggest reasons was that it's a strong culture, and we're a huge sponsor in gaming and esports. I can go through on and on with all the creations later on, but then there's like one from League of Legends, one with the songwriter Rosalia, K-Wave with multiple groups of singers, K-pop singers, and the one I want to really touch on and dive a little bit deeper here is the Y3000 on the right side. And the Y3000 is our first AI-formulated creation to get a glimpse of what the future would taste like, if you will. The development process is fairly simple at a high level. And we start with an input terminology to kind of like define our brand, our product, what it could look like and taste like coming from the future. Using those terms, we crafted and curated a set of images that serves as a design inspiration. And then we dissect them and distill them into these visual categories that we can use to anchor and define the look and feel. I would like to show a little video to kind of showcase the process there.
This is the year 3000. And this is the first ever Coke, co-created by AI. But how did we get here?
Ice cold Coca-Cola.
Since 1886, Coca-Cola has led the way, satisfying a thirst for optimism, connection, and refreshment. By combining the power of human creativity with artificial intelligence, we took a giant leap forward to imagine what a Coke could look and taste like. In the year 3000, AI co-created a new future flavor Coke, remixed from the iconic original taste. AI text-to-image generators gave us a glimpse into the future. And from this future vision, set by AI, we designed a visual identity system and immersive world that people can experience today, featuring a twist on the iconic Coke script that fizzes with digital connectivity. Liquid that represents Coke's effervescence, but with a futuristic glow. And color that evokes a bright, bold, and positive future, signed off with a bubbly Coke red creation square. We created limited edition drinks available at your local store and inspired immersive experiences online and across the world. For a limited time only, we took a whole generation into an entirely new millennium, generating over 5 billion impressions, winning hearts and minds, and getting a whole lot of attention along the way. A Coke from the year 3000, and the first Coke co-created by me, AI. That's real magic.
So that's like super cool, right? And it gives you a glimpse of Y3000. And we went really far into the exploration. These are some of the point of sale systems that we acted for the new limited edition and one of the high-end influencer kits. And if you know Dielines, we're proud to say that if you're familiar with it, we actually won in 2 categories, the brand identity systems and the limited edition categories. So that's super exciting. Speaking of real magic, I want to touch on Create Real Magic, which is kind of an AI-powered platform, but I'll get more into it. So it started as like this limited time platform to allow contests and allow digital creatives around the world to use first of its kind AI platform to generate original artwork with our iconic creative assets. But keep in mind, this was 2 years ago, so a lot of this stuff may seem outdated, but at the time it was super exciting to see. So about 2 years ago, we ventured into the Gen AI field, and the first time we opened up our brand assets to allow the AI and consumers to remix it, which is really rare because we usually hold it very close and tight with our brand assets. And we worked closely with OpenAI and Bain to build the Create Real Magic platform, combining the capabilities of GPT and DALL-E at the time. And everyone could get an official branded assets from the distinctive Coca-Cola contour bottle, the Santa Claus, the polar bear, as like a canvas. And you can do anything you want with it as long as it's within the parameters. And let's take a quick look how that works. So the 2-month campaign resulted in 120K submissions with 300 million social media impressions, 120K images, and average time on platform is 7 minutes, which is pretty good, and also 0 paid media without any marketing dollar. So with these 300 images, they were featured on the New York Times Square, on the London's Piccadilly Circus, and a group of 30 creators were invited to travel to our Coca-Cola HQ, the global headquarters, and for a 3-day workshop and to be ambassadors and with a partnership. I know what you're probably thinking, it's like, yeah, I'm doing this on my phones these days, but keep in mind that was 2 years ago, and we moved on to 2.0, and last year we launched 2.0 during the holidays. And so here are some of the key points here. It was designed to revamp, instead of having just a remix of our brand assets, we have it made into holiday cards. So you can have generated Gen AI holiday cards, and with a brand new deck, which at the time right now seems like everyone has a GPT-4 and DALL-E 3, but that was like ahead of the public release. So we got ahead of that, and one of the main priorities was to streamline the generative process. We decided to introduce presets to kind of make it easier and faster to generate them in different subjects and presets, but at the same time, manual prompting to further customize it. Then 2.0 was designed to be very modular to accommodate different holidays so around the world. So it's not just restricted to Christmas. There's like adapted to Diwali, Ramadan, or Chinese New Year, or etc. And then we allow the users to harness the capability of ChatGPT and still further enhancing the holiday messaging. So if you don't know what to say, if you're not a writer, you can't pin down your words, no worries, it's got your back for that. And this is a quick overview. So it's kind of like 1.0 but on steroid. We took that a bit further and kind of introduced a community feature where you can share, like, favorite it, and on top of that, you still could make it into a holiday card. So it's not just no longer a brand visual as a Gen AI image that you can just send it. So these are, within a month, 100K images were generated, both between different holidays, from Christmas to Diwali, so you're going to see different varieties of here. The next one is really interesting. It's called Sounds. It's an AI-powered instrument. And I'm not bullshitting here, but there's actually neuroscience behind this. Does anybody know what synesthesia is? Yes?
Oh, it's when one sense is inspiring another sense, like color and music.
Exactly. Pretty much exactly like that. It's just a fancy name for when you experience one of your senses through another. Is when you see something but you feel something else. So essentially, like, say you hear music when you see different shapes, or you hear a word or a name instantly when you see a color. We've seen those tests, right? So synesthesia. I want to play a quick add a campaign that we did a few years ago, and then we can introduce sounds. Isn't that cool? You could hear that, right? But yeah, so you ever realize that you remember Coca-Cola and hearing certain sounds, the fizz, the cling, the glug, intrinsic sounds are so refreshing that when you taste them, you can hear them. Like I said, there's neuroscience behind it. They're kind of like these little sounds of like the little clanking, kind of builds anticipation, right? You start your mouth start watering, you want to drink it. So using that kind of neuroscience, right, we created an AI-powered instrument as a primary source. So we went to one of the studios and record these sounds like never did before. Use a special microphone to record these perfect ASMR sounds, and then we dive the waterproof mics and the glasses into the soda bottles to kind of record that. And then AI would analyze the waveforms from the sound and drinking experience, and then we would remix the sounds into this. And then we give it to some of the, maybe a DJ or something that would play with it, see what happens. Just a tease bit. There's more on his TikTok. But I do want to play a quick video. I think this is the one. Let me see if it plays. Yep.
From the sound of the fizz to the clink of the ice, every noise triggers a sense of anticipation that releases dopamine in our brains. That's why we've incorporated this science into our AI, ensuring that every sound it generates is uplifting and enjoyable.
Sound. They got a desktop app and a phone app. I'm thinking for a bass line. There come a time when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be me. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Baby, when you
So it's super cool, based on on frequencies and everything like that. Oops, let me go back to.
And you got 3 minutes.
I'll make it fast. Oops. All right, great. I'll end it with this real quick. So I just got this image from my colleague this morning. It was interesting. He was at Cannes earlier. You know that what it's. I know it's a bit scary with all the AI stuff that's coming out right now. It's kind of emerging faster than you can adopt it, learn it. So I want to leave you with this, right? I know it's hard to read, so I'll read it to you. AI can't dream at night. AI can't cry, but you can. AI can't laugh, but you can. AI can't dream at night, wish upon a star, or dance like nobody's watching. It can't eat too much popcorn, drink too much soda, or jump out of its seat in shock or horror. It can't learn how to swim, hold a pencil, ride a bike, peel an orange, make a friend, lose a lover, have a crisis of conscience or a moment of truth, but you can. The stories you bring to life are unique to the experiences you've had as a human being. AI is just a new tool for telling them. AI is not creative, you are. So I want to leave you with that. Just hopefully they give you a little peace of mind. Thank you.
We actually have time. We have 2 minutes. I'm keeping this on track. But does
I'm
anybody
also
have a
happy to
question?
stay around if you want to have questions.
Anybody have a
and
quick
chat
question?
and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you give us a brief summary of any XR projects?
Oh, you have to sign
Or at
NDA.
least your favorite Coca-Cola XR project?
There's one coming out later this year, but I also can tell you that we're working on the 3.0 with the Create Real Magic, so that's super exciting. We're bringing all kinds of tech, AI, XR, all the AR, VR stuff. So that's one of them. Give your teeth, or you can sign an NDA, we can talk later, so. Yeah. Yep, and yeah.
Benny, good job. Let's give Benny a round of applause.
Let's talk after that. Yeah. Thanks.
And he said he'll take questions towards the back of the room. We've got a 5-minute pause, and we'll get the new speaker on board.
Oh, yeah. I've been troubling you. Right, okay. Yeah, no worries. Let's talk in the back. Yeah, sure.
You can do both. This is just for advancing your launch.
Yeah, just I might like switch between like a slide a whole lot more
Up here for your mouse. Your plasma. Working. There is no audio.
just so you know.
So it's like you don't even have to think about it. But it's like your fire right now.
I know, I have something.
Barry? We got him?
It's not important. I want you to be here. I just want to find out the Israeli connection. But living here.
I'm sorry I abandoned you.
No, you're fine.
I came back and you were gone.
Can't believe you didn't find it important.